LaVoy Finicum out here at the.
No.
Okay.
No. Sit down and talk, and make it. First of all, let it be known that we want these things preserved and in the right hands, which I believe is their hands.
She's made some claims that y'all are tearing up the plants and things like that. Does she have any basis for that?
No. I mean, you've been around here. We're not tearing up anything. Yeah. So that's unfounded, unfortunately. It's hard sometimes to really understand what's going. But when you come here, it's easier to see. And so we invite a representative to come here and to walk around, sit down and visit, and let's begin this process. It could be very good. I think the Paiute people, the Native American people, and our stand are very close to on very similar grounds. And so I think we'll find more in common than we have in opposites.
Well, I know y'all have made several phone calls out there, hoping to get this dialogue started. I hope it works out. What building is this that we're standing in front of?
This we call the media center.
The media center.
The media center, yes.
Oh, well, we just kind of gravitated over here, didn't we?
Yes, we did. And so it's working, isn't it?
It is.
This is about as high tech as it gets right here.
So. What did it used to be? Do you know?
No.
No? Okay.
No, they have no time, so we named it the media center. So.
Well, I wanted to ask you about something a little bit more personal. And if I step on your toes, you can always tell me that.
Sure. Yeah.
We spent some time talking to Blaine, and he was very great about opening up and telling us about his kids.
Yes.
Now, I understand that your foster kids have also had the same kind of issues.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, a week ago, last weekend, it's been just a little over a weekend, they came in and took my 4 boys and took them out of the home. They, I believe it was our licensing agency, said that, or the CPS, I'm not sure which, my wife has been dealing with this, but they said the directive came down from the governor's office. The governor is flatly denying it, but so you have two different stories going on. The governor saying, no, I never did any such sort of thing, and we have workers that have come to us says this is coming from the governor's office, and so somebody is either misinformed or not being straightforward with this. And I honestly believe that the federal government is putting pressure upon us in every way that they can. I believe that was a ploy to put pressure on us. I wouldn't be surprised if Wayne Cooper's children were also a target. You go after the most tender places and places you can get. So this is I don't know. Well, I don't know what asymmetrical warfare means, but this means that I think they're coming at all fronts, and that's to be expected, and that's okay. And I feel bad for my boys. They were doing really well. These are extremely the highest level of care. It's a therapeutic foster home, not regular foster. It's boys that are coming out of usually detention centers, some type of institution, and the ranch was a great tool to help bring these boys and reintegrate them into society and help them to function successfully in a family setting. And so the ranch was such a great tool for me to work side by side with them and begin.
What were the age ranges of them?
Usually they're right there in the 15, 16, 17-year-old. So they're big boys. A lot of these guys are 6 foot, 200 pounds, and so a lot of people struggle wanting to deal with this segment of population, but they so need somebody to care about them and to be in a strong father figure that they so often don't have that in their life. And so that was a great opportunity for me to try to give these young men and try to give them a good start in life, and I felt very blessed to be able to do this for quite a few years, a long time. Actually.
Do you see a chance of getting them back?
I don't know. Right now, it doesn't look very likely.
Really, if the governor is denying having anything to do with it, would the governor be willing to step up and help you get them back? There's the call.
Well, I think my wife is being a little more not really wanting to press this, but I think I'm wanting to press this and say, hey, let's get the story straight. Let's give us the basis for which you removed my boys from me. I'm 3 states away. Well, where's the safety issue? There was no safety issue, and so show me the basis upon which you used to take my boys out of my home.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know
I
if
had
anybody
to,
else family targeted other than these two?
This is all that I know.
I had to do a bit of an internet smackdown over somebody saying about you, you know, like, oh, you were just getting free labor at your ranch. I'm like, geez, I mean, if anybody, you know, that's one of the problems is kids don't have strong anything anymore or learn any work value. You know, there's nothing wrong with work. And I grew up on a farm and I still on a farm. So, you know.
They loved it. They could not get enough of getting out there, wanting to ride, wanting to camp. I mean, these are boys, and so what we did, we took away all the electronics, no phones, no Game Boys, you know, nothing with the screen, and and then you take them out, and you start riding, you start camping, you start working, and you start branding. Okay, hold that calf, you know, grab that leg, grab that rope, you know, load those calves. And pretty soon they are in their element because they're a boy. They want to be out doing things. That's what boys do. They go do things. They don't sit down and if a boy's just sitting in front of some type of electronics, he becomes underdeveloped. And then plus you start having this relationship, a father son relationship, a father mother relationship, and they start saying, I like this. This is good. And so they have something to go into adulthood saying, you know what, this is maybe what I'd like my life like. And so it's been a great thing for me in my life to try to give back to these boys. I feel very blessed to have had a good father and good mother to kind of keep me in the right direction. And so it's a way that I've been able to try to give back. And
how long have you been fostering boys?
With this particular agency, 12, 13 years. You know,
wow.
I've done it for before out of New Mexico and for another 6 years. So, you know, all told about 18 years that I've been doing. I see what we do. We take the most troubled ones and it's about a 1.5-year program that we get them, try to stabilize them, get them so they're doing well. Then we transition them into a lower level of care, back to their family, back to a traditional, just regular foster care level. And so we've somewhere between 50 and 60 kids that we've had through our home that we've tried to work with.
And these agencies have always been on board with everything that you've done.
I have been the only one for years in Arizona that's been allowed to have 4 beds at this level. And it's because of my track record of how good we have done. And we've always had lots of different clinics have always been trying to get in line to try to get their kids in our homes. And so it's been a very successful program. There's been nothing that has been unsuccessful in what we've done. I mean, there's been no reason why. Let me rephrase that. There's no reason why they should have been taken out of a home.
And it was all safety issues that were cited.
I don't even think they cited anything.
Really?
No, they just came and took the kids.
Wow.
Yeah, it was okay. We're here Saturday and we're here Sunday, and the kids are gone. And so I go, okay. So it's political. It's not safe. It's political. So if the governor did not do that, if it did not come out of the governor's office, he's denied it, then I'd like to ferret it down because I don't believe him right now. He may not be aware of it. It may have come from his office and not him particular. But when we were told this came clear from the governor's office, I believe that more than what I've just been told. So somebody had the power, without any cause, come in here, without any investigation, without anything. Before you remove kids, you got to investigate.
Well, did you sign a contract that gives them that power that they don't have to investigate? They just
No. You actually have rights and recourses as foster parents to have things to be heard, you know. And so there was no allegation made. There we have no allegations upon us that that they used to be taken. And so maybe to cover their bases, they'll try to come up with something, but there was none. And I rip all 4 of them out. So anyway, it is what it is, and the biggest thing is it's the lives of these boys.
Yeah.
I mean, these boys have been and so some of these kids have never had a stable placement. Some of them over 100 placements that have failed. And so now when they finally become stable, doing well, sports, basketball, you know, passing their classes, doing well in school, say, somebody 3 states away is doing something we don't like. You're not safe. That is exactly why they're taken out. It's because I'm here. You're making this political stuff.
Yeah.
Where that comes from is Genghis Khan would make like 100-mile circle with his troops around whatever he was trying to conquer, and then they would just work their way in, beating their shields and making noise, working the population into a fervor, and they all ran to the center. And if they didn't take knee, they would kill them. And if they did take knee, then they would just be left alone and were absorbed into his empire.
Okay.
That's kind of the history of that. Hey, I had this really cool idea, Sherry. I don't know if you can help implement this or if we can fund you out there long enough to do it, but it would be cool if you maybe could broker getting with some leadership with the Paiute tribe, and we could document getting them with LaVoy, and then document them getting their stuff back.
Well, what we'd like to start with is before we start beginning to talk about actual artifacts and stuff, let's actually sit down and talk face to face. Let's take this one step at a time. Let's talk about the refuge, about their plight as a people. Let's talk about how this occupation here affects them and their people. Let's begin one step at a time, and most definitely working towards these important artifacts.
Yeah, exactly. And it would be a good way to make a very good documentary showing how you guys, we get so much mass media, soundbitey kind of stuff, every time everything about you guys is always heavily armed. This guy or that guy is doing this thing or that thing, or you got the other side of alternative media that's making news instead of reporting it. And, what we're just trying to do, at least we're starting to gain some trust on both sides of the fence here, even with the police, and everybody's talking to us nice. And, maybe we could help broker this out.
You know what?